Hello, everyone. Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, founder at Online Seller UK. And today I've got another interesting topic. And like Alina said, it's quite catchy topic. The Amazon mistakes that nobody wants to talk about. A lot of people want to talk about successes and things like that. So it's something, it's good to talk about some of the mistakes that people do. So, Alina, welcome to our podcast. Thank you for coming and spending time. So, Alina is a founder of AZ Ranking. So, by the name itself, you can understand what she does and how she helps Amazon businesses. But it's good for you, Alina, to introduce yourself better, and we take it from there.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Very nice to be here again. Thank you for the invitation. And yes, I am the founder of AZ Rank, which is a boutique agency, like I like to call it, which helps sellers launch and scale across several marketplaces, Amazon being the most popular one of them, but now TikTok is coming very strong, and then we have Walmart and a lot of others, other marketplaces brands want to be present on. And also, besides that, I'm also an Amazon seller and a TikTok, so an e-commerce sellers, let's say, with a few brands, and we've been doing this ranking and selling on Amazon for 8 years now, so it's been a while.
It has been a while. Okay. So, let's dive into the topic. So, what is the most expensive mistake you see Amazon sellers making while launching the product?
Yeah, we deal with a lot of product launches in our agency and also in our business as well.
Mhm.
And it's always very smart to learn from the mistakes we've made over time and try not to repeat them. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's also very difficult to keep up with all the Amazon changes and updates and new things coming in, and Rufus and Cosmo and AI and all that. So sometimes I see a lot of sellers losing focus from the actual product and the actual product listing and the benefits of the product and making the product better for the people, for the buyers, and moving their focus onto how to optimize my listing for focus for Rufus in the first 2 months. Well, you don't have to do that, because in the first 2 months, not even the Amazon algorithm at its basic doesn't know what exactly your product does, because that's the time it takes to to build some history and for the algorithm to actually understand what's happening. So this correlated with, so this losing of focus correlated with trying to fight the best sellers in your niche on the highest, most competitive possible keywords, like your main keywords of the niche. This combo together is a very expensive one, and also a very, like has a very powerful snowball effect over time. Because if you don't choose your keywords wisely in the beginning, when exactly your product launch is happening, then you're probably going to have a very hard time cutting off the expenses. And that means basically, whenever you're trying to launch a product, my advice is, and this is learned from my mistakes and from others clients mistakes from the brands that we work with, don't go running after your main keywords, because that's going to be very expensive, and you won't, even if you're going to be able to stick to rank, you won't be able to stick, because you have no history. Amazon doesn't know who you are. Go find your long tail keywords, your most relevant keywords, the smaller ones, and focus on those, win those, because you're going to win them very cheap, and then gradually start scaling from that.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So obviously, when a lot of people launch the product, they do some keyword research and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
um, there is some skills to that. Um, and sometimes people might do some tricky bit. I'm not sure whether you've seen. putting some, you know, competitor keywords in the back end and stuff like that. So have you seen that happening?
Yes. And depends a lot on each person's risk tolerance because sometimes it may work. Most of the
Hmm.
time it doesn't work. Ranking on competition or brand names or
Hmm.
competition keywords, like usually also part of the brand's name or
Hmm.
benefits. Um, this is something that I would try, and it's worth trying at one point, but definitely not during the launch.
Okay.
It's no use to try to rank for a competitor keyword where or brand name where he is already very established. If you, as a new product launching, want to have those brand names in your list of index or ranked keywords, that means that brand is very powerful, right? So
Yeah,
probably it's going to be very difficult for you to compete, especially at this point. So
of course.
I don't see that a very smart decision to do during a product launch. It's kind of, I mean, even if I'm somebody is looking for that brand name and finds you, how many people do you think are going to purchase you instead of the brand they're actually looking for?
Yeah,
Very
of
few.
course. Yeah, of course. So during the product launch, if everything's done correctly, we start selling, for instance, it's moving
Hmm.
well and things like that. But there might be a situation, and I personally might have seen as well, that at some point it might, I wouldn't like to say stop selling, but things might
Hmm.
slow down a little bit,
Hmm.
right? Then what do we do? Yeah.
Yeah. What do we do? Well, um, it's it's quite tricky to diagnose.
Hmm.
Sometimes, and this has happened. I've seen this happening. Sometimes even impossible. I mean, you get things back in order, but you don't actually know what happened.
Hmm.
But most of the times that I've seen this happening is either because a change made suddenly by Amazon, like a category change or an item type keyword or things like that, which
Hmm.
you need to go check inside your flat file, download your flat file, your category listing report, and check if everything is done, everything looks in order. For this to happen, of course, you need to constantly, weekly or monthly, but I recommend weekly, especially if you have a larger catalog, a weekly download of your category listing report just to keep it there so you have what to compare when things go wrong.
Hmm.
You take a look at your current category listing report and compare it to what happened, what used to be there when things were moving well. And I've seen this very often happening. Just Amazon changes, like in the last 6 to 9 months, they changed the entire browsing tree. A lot of listings, when you go to bed at night, they are in healthcare or whatever, and when you woke up in the morning is in whatever other crazy subcategory, and this affects your sales.
Hmm.
Then what do we do? I would check Product Opportunity Explorer to check the trends of the niche to
Yeah.
see whether, I don't know, the search volume goes down, the CTR of the niche maybe is down. I don't know, maybe something has happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
In that product can be like a million scenarios, but usually take a look at the data,
Hmm.
take a look at competitors. For example, I have a situation like from today, literally,
Hmm.
Mother's Day is coming, and we have a lot of brands trying to rank right now products on Mother's Day.
Hmm.
And one of them, who was top 20 on all major keywords, and keywords like Mother's Day gifts, things like that, which are huge, everything was going well until last night. This morning, not ranked on any of those keywords, basically disappeared. But not just him, all across the board. If you do a search right now, I mean, like 2 hours ago, this was the situation. If you search Mother Day gifts on Amazon US, you will find a couple of hundred results only, and only like apparel and jewelry. All the other listings have disappeared from this search result
Oh, wow.
query. So, you know, things like that happen out of the blue. Sometimes you can fight it, like check your things. We've spoken to the brand and told him to check of course, first of all, it's flat file, something. Amazon did something like a ratio or something. They do that before big sale events usually. Um, sometimes you just wait and see, try this, try
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Usually what I found, something that I found, like when everything looks okay and you literally don't know, we recommend to, again, download your flat file, change a letter, delete a letter, write it again, and upload the flat file again with a full upload. It's kind of a reset for the
Yeah.
algorithm. You don't change your listing anything.
Okay.
Nothing changes in your listing, but it works like a reset, and then the algorithm catches back,
Okay.
puts it
All right.
back on
So
track.
it looks like there's a little bit of trial and error on different steps we need to take.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So, yeah, we've spent a bit of time talking about the launches. So before we come towards the end, as we were talking,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a long podcast sort of thing. So if we
Mm-hmm.
need to talk about and talk to a brand owner, uh, before they launch the product, some of the things they need to think and things like that. So is there a tick list, maybe 3 or 4 tick list you want to tell a brand owner?
Uh, before launch, yes. So, um, my first go-to point on the checklist would be to try and be patient. A lot of sellers, even very, very big brands, experienced brands, launch new products all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, there are processes in place, everything goes well. But I find that very often they don't have they don't have enough patience to wait for things to settle, for the listing to be properly recognized by Amazon, and you know, for the algorithm to pick up all the relevant KPIs that it needs for Rufus, for all the ecosystem. And how does that happen? Pushing PPC to the limits on the main keyword, all the campaigns in the world, burning a lot of ad spend, which is not bad for Amazon because they're
Yeah.
putting money in their pockets, but for the seller, it's not necessarily the best move. The
Right.
most successful launches I've seen during all these years were the ones that were gradually moving towards um, the best sellers of the niche. So starting slow, as I said, even with the
Yeah.
slow keywords, try to compete with your competitors, with the other products that were launched 1 month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago. Don't
Hmm.
try to beat in the first 3 months a brand that has been there for 15 years or 10
Hmm.
years, you know, because that's
Yeah.
going to be very, very expensive. And all this put together, yeah, it's not one point. It's
Yeah.
multiple factors, but that would be my strongest advice, to just take it one step at a time. It's those days when you used to do 1,000 giveaways or 1,000 reviews and the product was like boom, those
Yeah.
days are over. It's not in this lifetime.
Yeah, it is. Things have changed a lot, quite a lot recently, haven't they? So, okay, thank you, Alina, for your time today. So,
Thank you.
yeah, if you don't know, well, I've not announced too much on that, but we have got Amafest UK in Birmingham later in October. Alina will be with us then, and yeah, there'll be a very interesting topic, which is practical strategies that you can implement tomorrow. So Alina will be talking a bit more on that. So if you want to see and meet Alina in person and talk about your product strategy, so that's the place to be. That's 16th of October, Hourfest UK in Birmingham here.
Looking
So
forward to it.
yeah, Alina, me too. So um, yeah, so before we go, I think, do you want to introduce a little bit about your company and then we close the podcast?
Well, yeah, our website, I think for people who want to know more, I strongly advise them to just go on our website. There is a small contact form with, just name, email, and how we can help, just a small message, and we reach out to everyone in 24-hour max. Even if it's a new product launch, even if it's a product that maybe is struggling at the current time, we can take a look and see if we can help. If you want to reach out to me, social media, LinkedIn with my name, you can easily find me. And if you want to get in your email inbox our weekly ranking pill, which is our newsletter, like very actionable steps and case studies and strategies all about ranking, you can also subscribe from the website.
Absolutely. And your website is?
azrank.com.
Excellent. Thank you, Alina, for your time today, and I'll speak
Thank
to you soon.
you.
All the best for now.
Bye. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.